Hi everyone, I'm Matthew Leverins. Welcome to this edition of English 121, February 2017. Now that we are officially underway, I just wanted to touch base with you and introduce myself and go over a few things about the course and this first week and put my faces out there and say hello. In the background, that's my dog, Alex. You heard his name, so he's popping down here now. He's probably not sure what I'm doing. There he is. We adopted him a couple of months ago from the local Humane Society. He's 4.5 years old, but he's the sweetest dog in the world. He's like a living teddy bear. Anyway, I'm really glad that you are in this section of 121 because I love what I do and I love helping people raise their proficiency and aptitude in written composition. So I'm looking forward to working with each of you to strengthen the skills that you already possess and to work on those areas where maybe we can strengthen things for you. Hush, puppy. Okay, so course overview in general. Throughout this course, you work on building a personal narrative essay. That's essentially what you'll be doing each week, sort of scaffolding on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Scaffolding on what you build the previous week to work towards a final product of a finished essay that is a personal narrative about an event in your life that has significance. And the aim of this is to get you working with academic composition. Maybe you're unfamiliar with it, haven't been writing in a while. So this course is designed to help give you an overview of the fundamentals of academic writing, and this exercise in particular, this final exercise that you'll be working towards, the submission, is our way of getting you into that world of academic writing by helping you pull on something that you might be able to connect with from your own life and then expressing that in an academic essay. Week one, this first week, things that you want to make sure you do. Make sure you stop in and post your introduction if you haven't already. I've been enjoying reading the people who have posted, and I'll be saying hello to everyone here shortly. Make sure you do that. We have 2 discussions this week and an assignment, and these are all sort of getting these first discussions and assignments are sort of about assessing where you're at in terms of your proficiencies, and allows me to get a glimpse of how I might be able to best help each of you. And that brings me to, I guess, my third point, what I want to do in terms of this class. My goal is to help us all meet our course outcomes that we're all supposed to meet together. And so after a few assignments, I'll be able to get a sense of sort of where we're at as a group in meeting those. But then on an individual level, I want to work with each of you to help raise up your level of writing and help you become better writers than you are, no matter what level you're at. So maybe you're already really, really comfortable with writing and a proficient writer, and I'll be able to see that and then work with you on stylistic choices to just raise your game up that much higher. Or maybe you're somebody who hasn't written in a number of years and is like, I don't even know where to start. That's okay too. I'm here to help, and I want to help each of you wherever you're at. I'll meet you there and then help raise you up by the end of this 5 weeks. That's my goal anyway, and that's what I will work towards diligently. I want to post videos like this, 1 per week. I don't want to drown you in too much information because we cover a lot of ground in these 5 weeks, but I will touch base each week via video, unless I'm otherwise precluded. 1 week in a previous class I was laid out with the flu and didn't post a video, but barring things like that, I'll post every week and just touch base, give you an overview of what's going on that week, any pertinent issues that have stood out to me, things like that. But I'll try to keep things to under 5 minutes or less in general, this perhaps being an exception. Okay, so some things to start thinking about now as we get things underway. It's never too late, and so common things that I see class after class. Make sure that, as maddening as it is, you start getting an eye for that APA formatting and getting your papers aligned with what APA format should look like. It's just detail work. It can be frustrating for sure, and I'll send out some tips about that, and I'm happy to help work with each of you on this, but it is an area that will benefit you greatly going forward because I want to say probably 99.9% of the classes that you'll be in while at the university are in APA formatting and the essays that you'll be required to write. So mastering that skill now is what this class is partially about and will definitely serve you well later. Look at your comma use. If commas are a thing that it gives you some frustration, then look at how you're using them and maybe check out my tips in my week 1 guidance about comma use. So one of the most common errors I see grammatically in people's writing are called comma splices. And that's when you use a comma to sort of carry more weight than it should. And you're not using a conjunction like and or but after it, or maybe you be using a semicolon or a period instead. So comma usage. Think about your comma usage and kind of maybe brush up on that as we get underway. And then sentence cohesion. A lot of times I'll see maybe somebody has what we call a fragment of a sentence where not all the information is given. Sometimes I see too what's called a run-on sentence, which is almost the exact opposite, and that's where too much information is given. So some things to think about in terms of what it means to make a sentence are that a sentence is usually just one or more complete thoughts. And in English grammar, to have a complete thought means that you have a subject, a verb, and then the rest of the sentence, aka the predicate. Or in other words, somebody doing something and then what they're doing. In fact, the shortest verse in the Bible is famously Jesus wept. And it is a complete sentence because it has all the information you need. A noun, the subject, the person, Jesus, and then the thing that is done, wept. Now, the author could have gone on and modified, tell us how, and added all these other things that would have been the predicate, but there's no need to. As long as you've got an appropriate juxtaposition of subject and verb, those are the key things. But you can lose your way if you're missing the subject, or if you've got too many subjects and verbs crammed in without the proper punctuation. And again, this is just sort of some upfront info that you may want to begin looking at. And as you are writing and getting things underway, take a look at each of your sentences as you write them and just ask yourself, okay, how many main ideas have I got going on here, and how are they arranged? And again, you're not in this alone, though. These are just things as a heads up of most commonly cited errors and things to work on that I've seen as I teach this course. But you're not alone. You've got a huge cohort of your peers, and you've got me, especially, and you've got the Writing Center as well, and our library, and tons of other folks. But for all intents and purposes in this course, please don't hesitate to get a hold of me via phone, email, text, Skype, carrier pigeon, telegraph, however, for anything that I can help you with. I try to keep the lines of communication very open. I'll always try to get back with you within 24 hours or less if I see that you try to get a hold of me. You know, I'm not always by my work phone after hours, but if I have it and I'm near it and I see that you call, I'll always try to touch base with you ASAP. I don't ever want anybody in the class to feel like you're being left out in the cold, or like you're just not sure what's going on. So no question too small, and I really look forward to working with each of you and to really reading some great personal narratives. That's one of the great things about this course for me, is I really get to know each of you by the end of the course and know a little bit more about your lives and who you are and what's going on with what you're doing, which is very satisfying for me. So however I can help you between now and 5 weeks and beyond, again, please don't hesitate to let me know. And other than that, have a good day.